Welcome to Sunrise Yoga virtual. Maybe someday in person again, but it'll always be virtual and in person in the future. That way we can invite people from all over the world. So um, it's really great to be back. Today's theme, April is Stress Reduction or Stress Awareness Month. And so today's theme is about stress and how we relieve it. So just a little science lesson first. Stress has two components. We have the stressor, could be the lion, that's the danger, the threat in our life. So it's either a real life lion or it's major presentation that we're worried about or a difficult relationship, whatever it might be, that's the stressor. And then there's the stress that goes on in our cells, in our body. And the interesting thing is they've found that when we remove the stressor, the stress still stays there. It doesn't go away until we reset our bodies. We have to signal to our bodies that the danger is over. It's okay to rest and relax. So we want to shift from that the sympathetic nervous system where we're in fight and flight mode to the parasympathetic system, which is rest, relax, and digest mode. And so that is what they found is one of the very best ways to accomplish that is through movement and breath. And yoga combines both of them. So that's why yoga is known for being an amazing stress reliever. And so we're going to explore that concept this morning with our class. And we're going to keep the flow kind of simple because we're kind of a new group again, getting back into this. So we'll keep the flow kind of simple today and we'll build up over the next few weeks. So let's begin standing at the top of your mat. And we're going to start with a couple of just releasing, cleansing breaths. So we may not have done this before. I'll demo real quick first. And we're going to bring our hands up over our heads. And then with an open mouth exhale, we're going to press our palms down kind of forcefully down. So it exhaust, like push the air out. Exhale. So inhale. Kind of just let it all out and soften the legs. Bring the arms down forcefully. So we'll do 3 of those together. Cleansing, kind of releasing. And then we'll begin our typical breath. So full inhale, fingers to the sky, and then palms down, exhale with force. Inhale, fill up, and then exhale. And one more, inhale, and exhale. And now just settle into your mountain pose. So top of your mat, feet spread, hip distance apart, toes spread. And we're just going to rock a little forward and back to kind of find the way to stabilize, maybe a little left to right, and really feel the edges of your feet. And then find that center where you're feeling really balanced over your feet. And then we're going to build that pose from the base up. So foundation safe on the earth, no danger here. And then we're going to bring it up to ribs and belly, knit in. And a big shoulder roll and allow the shoulder blades to settle on the back, palms forward. And then chin draws back just a little. So we're making sure that our head is really stacked over our spines. And then allow your gaze to soften. And just pause here for a few moments of breath. So inhale through the nose, full breath, chest, ribs, belly, expand. And then exhale, belly, ribs, chest, knit back in. And do that a few more times at your own pace, filling as fully as you can all the way down to the base of your spine, to the pit of your abdomen. Really feel the breath slowly filling up and exhaling, releasing this exchange of life energy between us and the universe. Feeling connected to that for a moment this morning as we settle in here. Couple more breaths on your own before we start layering on some more movement. On your next inhale, we're going to begin some movement. So send your hands down the outsides of your thighs. Keep your spine long, hinge at the hips, lengthen crown of the head to your hips. And the hands glide down the outsides of your legs. And then exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin, and drag the hands up the front of your thighs. Big shoulder roll at the top, and then same thing again. So at your breath pace, inhale down, keep the spine long, and then exhale, round and tuck. You're looking for as much range of motion as you can get here to warm up your spine. So do a couple more on your own. That delicious movement as everything just sort of comes alive this morning. And next time you find yourself at the bottom as you're going down, let's just go a little deeper. Take hands to opposite elbows. Allow the torso and the thighs to connect and sway gently side to side. A little bit each way, settling in to this forward fold. Allowing the body to release here. Head and neck heavy. And then take your fingertips down to the earth and then your palms down and step the left foot back, as far back as it'll go, like runner's lunge, and bring the knee down. Keep the toes tucked. And we're going to inhale, walk the right hand up the right thigh, or the hands up the right thigh. So nice tall, low lunge here. We're going to inhale, left arm goes up overhead. So reach it up. And then we're going to lean a little bit to the right and a little bit back. So we're going to feel some length in the front of your left hip. And breathe here. And opening this left side body. So feeling space for breath on the left side. Inhale, sweep both arms back overhead. Reach to the sky and then open to the right. Hands go forward and back. Nice deep twist. Inhale back to center. Reach to the sky and then bring the fingertips down. Scoot the front foot a couple of inches forward so you're on your heel and the leg is long. And we're going to flow a little bit forward and back. So exhale forward, folding down. And then coming forward, plant the foot and allow the hip to sink down. Inhale, and then exhale. Reach the hips back, come onto the heel, and then inhale, coming forward, softening the hips, maybe the chin and chest go up. A couple more flows on your own. So being aware of our foundation, no matter what shape we're in, also keeps us grounded, keeps us, it's a way of arriving and feeling safe. So feel your foundation, feel the security of the earth. One more, and then we will, next time we come back, let's square things up again. So bring right knee over right ankle, and then bring the right knee back to the left. So back to table position, and we'll do the other side. So step the right foot back, knee down, and we're going to bring the left foot forward. And then slowly walk the hands up the left thigh. Right arm goes up, reach it tall, and then lean left. And a little bit back. So we're feeling openness in the front of our hip and this right side body. Coming back to center, reaching both arms overhead, and then take it a twist to the left. So both arms forward and back. And then inhale back up to center, fingertips down to the earth. Scoot the left foot forward, coming onto the heel, lengthening the leg, and folding over. Exhale. And then inhale, plant the left foot, shift the weight forward, soften the hips. And do that flow at your own breath pace. Just slowly waking up all the muscles and joints. Next time you come forward and then back, draw the foot back to under your knee, and then allow the knee to come down next to your other one, and we're in table position again. So a flow, a little variation on sun salutations this morning. So not full vinyasa sun salutations, but we'll do a variation. So come to standing on your knees, toes tucked, and we're going to bring our hands overhead. Inhale. Exhale, lean back and press the palms forward. So strong, you feel the legs working here. Inhale overhead, and then exhale. Let's let the tops of the feet come down and come into child's pose. So hips down to heels, hands forward on the mat, as far forward as you can reach, and then inhale, unfold the body. So allow the chest and belly to come to the earth. All the way down, exhale, and then inhale, peel it up, cobra, and then back to table. Exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. We'll do one more together, and then you can do a couple on your own. Exhale, palms forward. Inhale overhead. Exhale, child's reach far forward. And then inhale, unfold. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, peel up. And exhale, back to table. Back to standing on your knees. Inhale. Now, I won't cue you. Do it on your own. Just feel the nourishment of the movement, the releasing of just imagine the cells, the stress cells, moving out of your body. The stress hormones and energy that's being held there. So one more. It's feeling kind of great this morning. And then when we come back to standing on our knees, and then let's come back to table. And we will unfold our way into down dog. So tuck your toes, lift the knees a couple of inches, get a good foundation here with your hands, and then press the hips up and back. So lift the hips, lift the low belly, and then allow the heels to pedal toward the earth. Slowly lengthening. Take your time. Just allow the body to soften into this nice inverted V shape. Down dog. So keep pedaling as much as you need to. And then just allow your body to settle. So palms really grounded into especially your index finger, knuckle. You feel it. You feel the base of the finger planted in the earth, a strong foundation. And then allow the heels to reach toward the earth. You don't need to touch, just reach and pause. And then slowly walk your feet to meet your hands at the top of your mat into another forward fold. Couple of deep breaths here. Release the head, the neck, the jaw, the tongue, everything soft. And then inhale, sweeping the hands out to the side and up, keeping the knees slightly bent. Reach up toward the sky. And then exhale, bring the hands to your hips. We're going to start our warrior one sequence. So step the left foot back, straight back from where it is. Come to the ball of the foot. Make sure your feet are hip distance apart. And then let's replace the ball of the foot with the heel. So we now have the back foot planted on the earth, 45 degrees angle out. And we will flow here. So inhale, sweep the arms overhead, look up, welcome the new day, and then exhale, fold forward over the front legs, sweep the arms behind you, palms up, inhale, palms back, so open the chest, and then exhale, palms up. And flow at your pace. Keep it smooth and slow and full. Next time you find yourself at the top, pause there. And we're just going to take it a little deeper. So palms back, thumbs are out, and we're just going to gaze up at the sky, open chest, and then take hands to the hips. We're going to shift the weight to the right foot and drag the left toe forward all the way in front of us. So point it, allow it to touch down, and we're going to drag it back. So drag the left toe with some force, with some strength in the left leg, back to the right ankle. And then when you arrive there, rotate the left knee out, and we're coming into tree, as you can imagine, and then draw the left leg up the right. So feeling that pressure between the left leg and the right, the standing leg, to allow yourself to come into this balance. Lengthen up through the right hip. Feel that joint growing tall. And then once you're wherever you feel comfortable, then allow your hands to release and be whatever kind of spring cherry blossom tree or whatever kind of tree you'd like to be this morning. Finding breath. Maybe allow your eyes to soften or close, or just pause here with a soft gaze and allow yourself to breathe deeply. And then take your hands to your hips and release the pose. Once again, coming to that good, solid foundation. Spread the toes, and then we're going to take right foot back, straight back. Look at the ball of the foot, replace it with the heel. Toes angled 45 degrees, so you're really feeling you're standing on your back foot. Inhale, coming up, and exhale, coming back down. Inhale, up. Open the palms back so you get that really wide feeling across your chest, and then exhale, back down, palms up. A couple more on your own. Feeling the fullness of breath. And that energy coming into all the cells. That sense of not in a hurry, but relaxed, or releasing, you're safe. Next time you come back up, open your palms to the back, chest is wide, gaze is toward the sky, and then exhale, bring the hands to the hips, shift the weight to the left foot, and bring the right toes forward, touch them down. With some strength, drag the toes back to the left ankle. And when you arrive there, then drag them up. Plant the sole of the foot on the standing leg. Grow tall out of the left standing leg. So feel that hip joint just reach toward the sky. So we're nice and tall and stable. And then when you're settled in here, release the arms and be the tree you'd like to be today. Such an exciting time as spring comes and everything starts to come alive. Come out of its rest for the winter. So we're doing that too. Pausing here, full breath. And then exhale, hand to hips and step out of the pose. Let's step wide on our long edge of our mat. So hands out to the side and ankles under your wrists. So wide star-shaped type of pose. And we're going to fold at the hips. So draw the hands to the hips, to the hip crease. We're going to fold. So send the hips back and the crown of the head forward. Slight bend in the knees, toes in, heels out. So we have knees and toes heading in the same direction. And then we allow the hands to walk maybe forward, finding that forward fold, a deep forward fold here. Take a couple of deep breaths. Settle in. Then we're going to walk our hands toward our feet. So walk your hands toward your right foot, bend the knee. And then walk your hands toward the left foot, bend your knee. And then back to the right foot. Rotate the torso, rotate the right foot toward the short end of your mat, and then cartwheel your arms up into warrior two. So pause here, get your nice foundation, and then we'll flow. So exhale, back arm goes down the back thigh, and front arm comes up and over, reaching toward the back. And then inhale, exhale, allow the front arm to bend and lightly touch down while you reach the back arm up. So inhale, you know the flow, reaching up and back, and exhale, forward and down. Really just find strength of this movement and the release. Couple more on your own. Finding full range of motion. If there's a space that you want to linger in for a while, do so. It's your practice. Next time you come up, settle into your warrior two, gaze over the front fingertips, and we're going to come into triangle. So take the back hand like across the back. Just let it rest on your hips. And reach the front arm forward. Lengthen the front leg. So we're getting as long as we can with our right fingertips. And then we're going to bring that hand down on the outside. Slight bend in the knee. Keeping the chest open with our arm behind our back first. And then allowing the top arm to reach up and overhead. So triangle pose. And only go as deep here as it feels good for your body. So you can be here. You can be at your knee. Just whatever feels appropriate. We want to keep our chest nice and open. Breathing here. Next inhale, reach the top arm up and unfold back into warrior two. Pause for a moment. Couple of deep, nourishing breaths. And we'll take our hands back down to the earth. Rotate the toes all the way to the long end of your mat again. Toes in, heels out. And we're going to walk our hands to our left foot, bend the knee. Our left foot, bend the knee. Right foot, bend the knee. And then left foot again, rotating toes toward the short end of your mat. And spiral your arms up into your warrior two position on the other side. So adjust if you need to, and we'll flow. Exhale, back arm goes down, front arm goes up and over, and then inhale, lightly touch front arm down, back arm up and over. And continue that flow. Inhale and exhale. At your pace. Next time you find yourself coming up, settle into your warrior two. Pause. Then take your back arm behind you, cross your back, reach through the front fingertips, lengthen the front leg, and then allow the hand to come on the outside, slight bend in the front knee. And when you're in that space, it's right. Slowly reach the back arm up and overhead. Triangle pose. Keep the chest nice and open. And concentrate here on full deep breaths. Sometimes with the effort that's here, they get a little choppy. So really try to smooth your breath. Next, inhale, coming back into warrior two. Pausing here. Couple of nice deep breaths. And then take hands back to the earth. Walk the toes and fingers to the long side of your mat again. This time we're going to take toes out, heels in. And we're going to bring our hands to our hips, sitting down into our squat. Wide-legged yoga squat. And we'll allow ourselves, you have options here. You can just like flow side to side, dragging your hands along the earth, bending one knee, going in that direction, and then bending the other knee. Or you can just pause in the center, hands out to the side, and shift your weight forward, kind of feeling like a bird flying, whatever pleases you this morning. Coming back to center wherever you are, chest up a little bit. Just feel that opening, sink into the hips just a little deeper. And then take the hands to the hips and lengthen up. Rotate all the toes toward the top of your mat and step to the top of your mat. We have our last, we're getting ready to come down into our seated position. So, inhale, stand feet hip distance apart, inhale. Actually, take your feet just a bit wider. So a little closer to the edge of your mat, a little, maybe an inch or so from the edge of your mat. We're going to come into a yoga squat. So inhale, fingers overhead, and then exhale. I'll turn to face you. Fingertips touch. Draw the hands down toward the center of your chest, elbows out. And then exhale, continue that downward sinking, hips between your legs. And we come into our yoga squat. So first, allowing the forearms, the upper arms to press the knees apart, the thighs apart, and just sink into this space. You may take your fingertips out to the side if you'd like, keeping the chest nice and open. Pause here for a couple more breaths. Full deep breaths. And then depending on where your bottom is in relation to the earth, you can walk your hands back or you can just lower your hips down, whichever is appropriate for you. And when we arrive at the bottom, make sure you're kind of near the center of your mat. And we're going to come into boat pose. So reach the arms out and then forward, parallel to the earth, palms up. And we're going to just slowly, heels are touching down lightly. We're going to reach the right leg up, parallel to the earth, and then down, and then the left leg up, parallel to the earth and down. Let's just do that a couple times, kind of warming up this space for ourselves. And then maybe you take both, so form a tight V between your knees and your chest, and maybe you take both feet up off the earth. So really strengthen the back here, palms up, draw the shoulder blades down your back, and you find that strength If it's too much, you allow your toes to touch down, whatever feels okay for you this morning. So full breaths here. Then interlace your fingers behind your thighs and maybe draw the knees in just a little tighter. Maybe we can begin to point our feet toward the sky. So whatever distance they'll go, really drawing the chest toward the thighs and then maybe lengthening the legs up. Full breaths. And then release the pose. So make sure you're middle of your mat, using the strength of your core, lowering down onto the mat. We're getting ready to set up for bridge. So when you arrive to your mat, take the palms of the hands down, draw the shoulders in, the upper arms in toward your core, your torso. So feel a good foundation, and we're going to flow. Bridge flowing. Inhale, arms overhead, hips come up. So our soles are planted on the earth. And then exhale, back down. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, back down. And do a couple more flows at your pace, using the whole breath to get from one shape to the other. And then the next time you find yourself at the top, just pause there for a moment and really allow the hips to come up just a little bit higher. Chin comes toward the chest, or chest comes toward the chin. And press up through the soles of the feet, a little bit more of a back bend. And then exhale, everything comes down together to the earth. And then let's take our right ankle across our left knee, figure 4. Draw the left thigh into your chest and press the right thigh away from you. And then you might just stay here, or you can extend the left leg up. You can rotate the ankle, point and flex the foot. Continue drawing your thigh toward your body. So finding that nice release. And then opening the arms in a T, bending the left leg again, and allowing the right toes to touch down on the left side of your body. So just allow the legs in the unit, in the shape they're in, to just fold over to the left. Gaze goes over your right fingertips. And while we're here, breathing deeply, just some interesting thoughts. Stress, our internal state, how we feel, regardless of what we think is showing on the outside, is contagious. And we are, as humans, as creatures, we are constantly reading our environment from the time we're born, reading the signals around us and determining based on the expressions of our parents or the people around us whether we're safe or not. And that continues. It's an instinctual reaction. So let's come back to center. We're going to take it in the other direction. Left ankle across, right knee. And then we're going to draw the knee in toward the chest. And continue lengthening the leg if you wish. So this instinct, we're constantly reading our environment from the time we're born. and regulating our level of threat or our sense of threat based on what is going on in all the people around us. So it's interesting, they found that people that share the same space in a room, after some time, their heartbeats start to synchronize. Our moods synchronize. Other things about us synchronize because we're sharing space with, and we're regulating, just instinctually regulating. So think about it for a moment. Bend our knee and allow the right toes to touch down, arms in a T. Gaze over the left fingertips. Are we wanting to spread a sense of safety and security and peace? Are we spreading an inner agitation? And we have these powerful tools like yoga and our breath. One of the most powerful is to slow our breath down even more, especially the exhale. Allows us to sink into that rest and relax mode. So just a couple minutes of deep breathing can really change your sense of stress and your sense of safety. And then that vibe can spread through a room, through the people that are around you, unfold, bring the soles of the earth, the soles of the feet to the earth. Let's take our hands to the tops of our knees, and maybe we'll do a few just nice low back massage rolls here. Take it in both directions. And then hug the knees in, curl the chin to the chest, and really tighten that hug. And then release full body, stretch fingers to toes. And then find the shape that you would like to take this morning for Shavasana. So whatever shape that is. Find a relaxing place to settle for a few minutes. And I'll walk you in just a little bit. So allow the head and neck and shoulders and hips and everything that's touching the earth, the wrists, the ankles, really feel supported by the earth. We're safe. There's no threat. We can release into a full sense of relaxation. Allow the jaw to soften. Allow the fingers and toes to soften. The tongue, just let it lay softly in your mouth. Allow the space between your eyebrows to soften. And anywhere else you feel like you're holding that tension, that stress in your body, release it. I hold a lot of stress in my toes, believe it or not. So wherever you're finding it, let it go. Soften. And now we'll settle in for a couple moments of silence. Return your attention to your breath, the center of your chest, and feel the waves of relaxation sweeping across your body from head to toe. Beginning again to deepen your breath. Full inhales and full exhales. Bringing some small movements to your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. And then when you're ready, making a pillow with your arms rolling over to one side for a couple more breaths. And slowly pressing up to a comfortable cross-legged seat. Settling in here with your hands resting in your lap, your crown reaching toward the sky. Sit bones deeply rooted into the earth. We've arrived to this day with a strong foundation and sense of movement and relaxation. Allow your fingers to touch down on the earth. Inhale, fingers together overhead. See if they'll touch. All 10 fingers, and then exhale, draw the hands down toward your heart. Open the palms slightly to hold that sense of relaxation and stress relief that you want to take with you for the rest of your day. Full inhale. We'll seal our practice today with an open mouth exhale. Full inhale. Namaha. Namaste.